Now, for the agenda overview on WiDS Hackathon launch, I would like to hand over from Maroon Saman, Faculty of Engineering, WiDS at EUB Ambassador, Director of the AI Data Science and Computing Hub, Tenured Professor of Machine Learning. Please help me welcome Dr. Mariette Awad.
Good morning, WiDS community. Every edition of WiDS renews my belief that data science, when done with purpose, can rebuild trust and hope. For 9 years, I've had both the joy and the responsibility of co-organizing this day, along an extraordinary number of students, colleagues, and partners. It's heartening to look at this room and see it full of these new and returning faces who continue to return, engage, and enrich our discussions. Thank you for your presence and to the loyalty you've shown to this shared journey. Over the past 2 editions, as the organizing committee of WiDS at AUB, we looked reality in the eye and built our program around data science in times of crisis and disasters. We chose these words deliberately. When life tilts, you learn that truly stands is what stands. So Lebanon knows this very well, unfortunately. We live where power is rationed by hours and bandwidth by mercy. Yet clinics, schools, municipalities, entrepreneurs, and volunteers have kept services alive. They have done so with ingenuity, courage, and often personal sacrifice. But ingenuity must not remain private. It cannot hold a nation like that. Our task now is to turn that resilience into institutional habit so that the burden is not carried silently and individually forever, but instead, this is why, even as crisis still touches our everyday, we have chosen a constructive next step: sustainability and rebuild in times of crisis. Before we dive in, I want to pause on these 2 terms that often we treat as twins: resilience and sustainability. Resilience is this capacity to absorb the shock and keep going. But we need sustainability because it's the ability to keep us going without exhausting people, institutions, and the planet. Resilience gets us through the week, but sustainability gets us through the decade. And the bridge between is, of course, design under constraint. So as an engineer who builds AI and data science, and as a teacher who watches learners turn ideas into tools that actually run, I often repeat one sentence: performance isn't only about accuracy. It's reliability under constraint. If your tool collapses when the battery is low or the network is tired, this is not a solution. It's a teaser. And sustainable rebuild, we should say it very plainly, it is very hard during crisis. Time horizons shrink, supply chain fracture, institutions are tired, funding is volatile, and the communities, most importantly, they need to see value quickly. So this means that we design from the start for these maintenance budgets, for these spare parts, for this local capacity, and for the community adoption. If these aren't in the brief, they will not last as a result. So our program today is designed to move from framing to doing, from context to consequence. We begin a public service panel where Dr. Ghada Hajiflailhan talked about it. This is when our leaders will speak about the reality of governance and delivery, where standard procurement and data transparencies must meet lived constraints. From there, we merge into 3 tracks: sustainability for infrastructure and rebuilding. So we talk about power, water, climate resilience, and the metrics that keep them honest. Then we move into healthcare resilience and innovation, where clinical AI and systems that remain safe and equitable and deployable, even on a bad day. And the final track is basically our social sustainability with inclusion, fairness, and long horizon outcome. In parallel, we're hosting a panel about women, work, and sustainable future, as well as a series of 3 workshops on generative AI and applied tools. We really had an overwhelming 400+ participants in each workshop. So I really encourage you to go to these workshops, go with a use case, and hopefully you'll walk out with a template you can apply tomorrow for your work. And most importantly, uniquely this year, we have an all-day student hackathon that's running in parallel. It's just starting now. We have 150 participants, and teams are building under real constraint. So later today, we're going to announce the winning teams at the closing ceremony. I'm proud to say that this hackathon is in collaboration with the AUB iPark, where really the mission of iPark is to turn innovation into impact. And specifically this year, they go beyond this, and they are launching and trying to build the ecosystem for investor community angel. And this event is going to be happening in Paphos in November 12 to 14. So I encourage you to check it out. Our hackathon is happening in the engineering building IOC and the scenic 602 space. It's overlooking the Mediterranean Sea for inspiration, so please check it out as well. We have some booths around also for groups around AUB related to data science and rebuild. So WiDS at AUB is also very sustainable and green. It's not just the palette, but it's in practice. We're digital first, no agendas, no printed badges, scan the QR code for it, free Wi-Fi. We have hybrid access to minimize travel, and electric transport for our esteemed guest speakers. Let me end now with language, because language can design. In Arabic, non-human plurals, they take the feminine singular. So we say, kutubun jadidatun. And we say also, al-shajar tawila, the trees are tall. So the plural resolves to one agreement. Sustainable rebuild works the same way. In crisis, we have many systems. Clinics, pumps, schools, networks, but all of these are moving parts, yet for recovery to last, the many must resolve into one clear agreement, one standard, one transparent log, one scheme everyone can understand. That's what we call economy of form, clarity of meaning. So since al-bayanat, data is feminine as well, let me make that grammar also real. So women should not just collect, clean, or analyze data. They should also govern it, authorize it, and benefit from it in ministries, municipalities, regulators, and research boards. That is not symbolism. That's how evidence becomes decisive. So welcome to WiDS at AUB 2025. And let's get started with a statement from Admiral Grace Hopper. She once said, "One accurate measurement is worth 1,000 expert opinions." So let's hear from experts.
Thank you, Dr. Mariette.